Yeah, we've got that 2-minute intro, and then I said hi, blah 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 blah, and we went to a commercial.
I'm impressed.
Well, you know,
I thought I effed it all up as soon as I pulled up. I was
well,
like,
we're gonna make you
"That's it."
think you did.
That's the look on his face. It says you effed it all
Look,
up.
I'm looking at you on Glimpse, and you're not moving. 0
oh
miles
my
an
God.
hour.
Am I even? Oh, I'm like on top of you in there.
Oh wow, I'm not.
Like that.
Wow, that escalated really quick.
Wow.
Oh, you can't see her.
Do you guys
dot
need
anymore.
time? I mean, should I go away?
Her little dot went away. I like that thing. That's a nice app. I like that.
Yeah, it really is. And since we're talking Tech Talk, for those of you who don't know what Glimpse is, it basically is a kind of like a trip planner that sends. You can send your location real time to people that are expecting you to arrive at the other end, or for family members that are trying to make sure you get someplace safely. You send them a link, and they can actually see you in your. Well, not they can't see you, but they see a dot on a map. And it gives your direction. It gives what road you're on. It tells you how fast you're moving, etc. It's really a handy little app. So for those of you that do a lot of travel, if you want to keep people, or if you're, we sometimes use it in tandem with our friends when we go camping, because we'll have 2 or 3 people, or 2 or 3 different campers going up there, and we're all coming from different parts of the city. So it's a good way to figure out where we are and how long it's going to take each person to get there.
And it's super easy because when we were actually on our way to our last location with the people that we usually go camping with, she texts me and she's like, "Here's my location. Download this." So, you know, I'm sitting here like while we're driving trying to figure out how to use this. Scott was driving, obviously. But, I mean, it's really easy to use. You can set a timer to it. You can actually specifically send it to people whoever's in your contact list. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah, because if Kara was driving the RV, there'd be lots of screaming and yelling, and we're going to die and all this other stuff going on in the
we
background.
would have died. There would have been a cliff involved. And
A fireball, yeah. And I'm not talking about the
I
drink.
was gonna say. Beat me to it.
Yeah, so.
Okay, I think I'm still adjusting this thing over here.
careful.
I'm trying not to break it.
If I post pictures on Facebook and it actually has a couple your little Rugrats in there, is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
I'm not one of those moms.
No, I just wanted
Yeah.
to. I just wanted to be
No,
courteous.
I do, and I forget that there are people out there that aren't like that, like that, and so I'm like taking pictures of people's kids and putting there, and getting messages like, "Hey, can you block out my kids' face?" I'm like, "Damn it,
Ugh,
I forget
right?
that I don't
Okay.
play it as safe." Yeah.
Well, it could be worse, you know.
I could be tagging their location, I guess.
Yeah,
Like-
see, there you go.
Right?
Like, go get
Stalker,
these,
stalker.
these kids are available right here.
Oh, God. Progressive Voices does not, endorse that type of behavior, just so you guys know.
Yeah, it's a bad joke. Sorry.
It is a bad joke, but we're all kind of friends. We're sitting around in a really nice flipping environment. I'm about to post some
Oh,
pictures.
look, hummingbird.
Oh, a hummingbird. Oh, somebody
Oh
get
my
their
God.
camera. Somebody get their
It's
camera.
thinks that
really
it's- yeah.
confused by the light.
Oh, that was so pretty.
Oh, it's gone.
It's
Well,
No, he's
zoomed.
flying around. No, there's
I
a
got my
hummingbird
camera, but it's too
literally buzzing around one
It
of our
came
little
over and
LED
stopped by
lanterns.
our LED lantern thinking that it was dinner. Wow, if I would have known that there was that many hummingbirds, we should have brought a hummingbird feeder and we could have hooked it up there and taken pictures of them.
Well, we brought everything
Yeah,
else.
everything else. We got a kitchen sink in there.
Well,
I
yeah, we
think.
literally do have a sink in there.
We have a sink, we have a toilet, we have a shower. And if you think about it, we actually have a small bathtub because the bottom half of the shower is kind of like
Right.
a little bathtub.
nice.
Yeah, it's I know it's not real camping as you would think. It's called glamping for those of you who don't know. Glamping is when you have an RV or a trailer, fifth wheel, or whatnot like that, and you take the comforts of home with you.
Glamorous camping, glamping.
Okay, I was trying to.
Yeah, it's actually a legitimate word. I mean, if you look it up, you'll see some of the definitions.
I think it's
and
an
stuff like
Urban
that.
Dictionary or Wikipedia
Probably.
or something.
And it's on,
Then
on
it's
some
real.
of the RV sites, right? Yeah, it's on the Onion, so it's got to be real.
Oh, boy.
Glamping.
Yeah. But yeah, we do have tents and stuff like that at home. We just never, I'm getting old, and it's not as much. I like to sleep on a bed. I can't sleep on the floor anymore. Or the
I hear
ground.
you. I used
Yeah.
to think camping was going and staying in a cabin on the lake.
No, see, that's cool.
I didn't know until I married Tim that you're supposed to sleep in a tent.
Oh, you're not supposed to sleep in a tent. You can.
He's like, camp. It doesn't
So,
count when you rent a
You
cabin.
need to start working on getting yourself a trailer or a camper or something.
Well, that part of the craziness this week is we have a second house we had to put on the market, and if those two sold this summer, I could do something like that. But
Well, realistically, this RV that we bought, it was $9,000.
oh my gosh,
Yeah, we bought it through
that's
a
really good deal.
we
I
actually
mean,
bought
just
it in
looking at
Tucson. You know,
Wow.
it's been the only thing that we've really had to do to it. We had to replace the 2 front tires this year because they were kind of worn out after our Texas trip. And everything else that we've done to it is pretty much, like cleaning up the inside. Stuff that's not doesn't affect the function. Although we do want to get the solar panels hooked up so that we can actually not have to run the generator when we're out and about. But that's just one of those.
There's
things.
nothing that really wrecks a nice, quiet evening when hearing the generator.
The generator running in the background. Yeah, but you don't want to miss Masterpiece Theater, so you have to run the generator so
yeah,
you
you
can.
gotta have your priorities.
Well, we need to have our Alexa with us, and we
Yeah.
need all
Alexa.
our.
We do have our Alexa, which is really cool. I don't have her hooked up to the mixer this time. She's hooked up to the stereo so that we can actually use her.
Wow.
Well, you know what I mean. Because we're kind of, we were hanging out, we were listening to music while I was setting up camp. So, but yeah, it's been a good week, I think. There's a possibility that next week is going to bring some interesting news for me and a new career path, which could be worthwhile. And
In Arizona? Or what's
yeah, actually,
Okay.
yeah, no, not moving away from Arizona,
All
just a different company that may want my services, which will be kind of nice because then I'll actually if they offer me the job, I'll actually be the supervisor of the maintenance team as opposed to just the only guy on maintenance.
That's currently, I don't even think, an existing position or something.
Yeah, so it's one of those things.
That's awesome. Well,
My
good
current boss
luck.
is a little upset because he doesn't want me to leave. As a
Aw.
matter of fact, I took the day off so I could pack up everything and get everything ready today, and he's been calling me all day. I guess they had a big power outage at work.
Good
and they
maintenance
couldn't.
guys are hard to find.
Yeah, well,
I can't tell you how many times he came up to me. Hey, Miss C, how's it going?
yeah. He's trying to, he's trying to
I'll
keep
be
me.
your best friend.
Yeah, he's
Right?
trying to be my buddy.
She literally is a mini you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I think she's really beautiful. I don't see
She doesn't
I
have
don't
any
see it
pedals on the
myself,
bike.
what? It's a balance bike.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
So she learns how to hold her balance, taking off on that bike without pedals, so
Oh.
that she can just.
Oh.
It's how Liam learned how to ride a bike. He never training wheels weren't a thing because he learned how to balance already on a balance bike. Makes the transition to a real bike,
Well, see, they didn't have
cool.
balance bikes when I was a kid.
right?
Because that
Me
was back
neither.
during the Civil War. But that's the way I learned was somebody had a bike, and it didn't have any training wheels on it, but the whole idea was you get to the top of the hill, not a huge hill, but just like an incline, and then you start going down the hill
Yeah.
and keep your balance on the way
You
down.
try not to kill yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
And if
And
you're going
that's
to
how I
kill
learned.
yourself, land for the grass.
But-
Lean right, lean to the grass.
Yeah.
That's how I learned how to ride. Just keep the
Yes.
grass on your right, and if you have to fall, fall right.
That is.
Yeah, well, that doesn't always work when there's a sidewalk in the way.
Well, then you learn not to fall on the sidewalk.
Well, the whole idea is to not fall down in the first place.
Well, yeah, but you learn after a few good
a few
hits.
times, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you would think, but sometimes. you
Well,
still,
maybe,
at
depends
my
on how
age,
hard the hit is.
I'm
you
just
know.
like, whoa.
Yeah. So what are the fun things that we have to talk about this past week? Let me look at some of the hot sheets.
Hot sheets.
The
Yeah,
hot
something so I can
I
figure
feel
out.
like you
exactly.
need a song to intro that.
Yeah,
Hot sheets.
yeah, that would be funny.
I'll be your song.
Okay, you play the music and I'll just talk.
Oh, Liam, what are you? Okay,
Okay, let's see.
I see my son with a bunch of chords and I get nervous, but it looks like he has a job to do. Good job.
Okay, yeah. So the big deal was the fast track voucher bill in Arizona is now at a stop.
Yay.
It could be derailed. Could be. I'm saying
Like,
because
yeah, still
they've
totally-
done that before where we're going to kill it and then 2 weeks later, boom, it comes up and it passes.
Right,
And it
so
sucks.
people should still write their senators and their
Yes.
representatives and say, hey, I still don't want this to pass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Contact your legislators over and
All
over.
4 ESA bills.
Yes.
Request to speak.
Request
bill
to speak,
tracker,
emails,
Get on it.
Mm-hmm.
call them. I mean, send carrier pigeons. Whatever you have to do to make them not vote for those bills. Also, in the news, Sir Patrick Stewart, a.k.a. Jean-Luc Picard, is applying for U.S. citizenship because he's going to come over here and he's going to fight and oppose the Donald Trump administration.
Good for him.
At least that's what they said on the View today.
Make it so, number one.
So that's kind of a cool thing for those of you that are Star Trek
love
fans.
him.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
You'd have to love him more after an astounding feat like that, right?
Right?
Now here's another one that was popped up today. Remember how Aetna said that they were pulling out of the ACA, and that was the only provider we had in Pinal County was Aetna for the ACA healthcare plans, and they pulled out, just dumped it. Well, a U.S. judge today found that Aetna deceived the public about why they left and all of that stuff.
Of course they did.
Yeah. I don't know if anything's going to get done to them for that, but, they made like $45 billion profit last year, but they weren't making enough money in the ACA. Yeah, whatever. Let's see, what other interesting things do we have?
They weren't making enough money. I want to see what their CEO got.
Yeah, what kind
no
of...
doubt,
I want
right?
to see if did he make enough money?
Probably a few dollars.
She?
Yeah. So here's a question. One of the things that I've been seeing on the internet for quite a bit is people are referring to President Trump as 45.
Oh, God.
They're not referring to him as the president. They're just calling him the 45. Now, in America, does that seem disrespectful?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he is the president. He's been sworn in. He lives in the White House. His office is the Oval Office, blah, blah, blah. So people are calling him 45. How do we as Americans deal with that? Now, there's a lot of people that are opposed to Donald Trump that were very big supporters of President Obama, who are being told to, well, you need to show your support because he's a president, and a lot of them are responding with the whole idea, well, oh, you mean kind of like how you didn't bother to support President Obama for 8 years? So it begs the question, where exactly do we go, or where is that line in the sand where we go from peacefully protesting the election, the president, etc., without being disrespectful, and then crossing over that line into just being an asshole?
And when do we just suck it up and realize this is what we have? It doesn't matter how we got here. This is where we're at. Let's figure out what next to do. I'm still seeing stuff on my news feed about Bernie versus Hillary. Enough. We are so far past that.
Okay, that wasn't me.
Trump is our president. Doesn't matter how we got here. We're here. What are we going to do about it?
Right.
Seriously.
And that's where, well, one of the things that we really need to do is we really need to participate in the town halls with all of our Congress people and senators.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they
When
don't
they'll
have
show
town
up.
halls
I was like, when
anymore
they show
because
up,
they're
right?
afraid of the public. Yeah.
What, McSally and some of the other
McSally
ones?
actually had one. She planned one and gave almost no notice.
Oh, yeah.
And then she planned it at the same time that somebody else had planned a Where's Martha McSally thing, thinking that it was going to keep that town hall was going to keep all the people that don't like her away from her town hall, and she greatly mistaked on that one because she had a bunch of angry people, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, everybody in that town hall just reading her the riot act. Paul Gosar, CD4, which is, I guess you could say he's our congressperson, had a town hall scheduled in Gold Canyon and then canceled it and changed it to a teleconference like a day or two before the event.
After they found out like 200 plus people were bussing in from here, there, and everywhere.
From Payson, and there was a post about that. Somebody was complaining about the fact that all these people were bussed in. For those of you that don't know, Congressional District 4 in Arizona is a huge congressional district, which includes Kingman, I think part of Flagstaff or south of Flagstaff, all the way around through Payson and Prescott, through Apache Junction and Gold Canyon and down into Florence. It's a huge congressional district. So if they're busing people from Payson to come to Representative Gosar's town hall, that's because they are his constituents. They don't have to live in Gold Canyon to be his constituent. So get that out of your head, folks.
Or they're going to the Renaissance Festival.
Well, they could be going to the Renaissance Festival. Yeah, because that is also in CD4. So go to the Renaissance Festival and then go scream at Paul Gosar if he shows up for the meeting, which apparently he doesn't do.
Kill two birds with one.
Or you could be like, Senator Flake that sent his
Oh yeah, he
His,
sent his
lady-
representative to Apache Junction.
If she hasn't quit right by now, I don't know.